All right, my man, state your name and let them know you on Nickavelli TV.
My name is Chase. I'm on Nickavelli TV.
That's what's up. Nick fan?
Die hard.
How long?
Oh man. Think I came out the womb being a Knicks fan.
Okay. And who was your favorite player, if I was to ask you?
My favorite player? Wow. That's hard to say. Because if I say Clyde, then I think about Earl of Pearl. You know, like I don't really have a favorite player because I'm just a Knicks fan.
Okay.
You know,
But being that you mentioned Clyde, what you liked about Clyde's game? He was the point guard for the New York Knicks at one time.
he just his smoothness. You know,
Yeah.
you know, the perfect name for him. You know, just fit his style.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now, when we talk about Knick basketball, I know he had wars with Earl the Pearl Monroe before Earl the Pearl Monroe came on the
to
Knicks.
the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Man, they had no choice but to get him because to get Pearl, to leave Pearl out there, meant he was going up against Clyde, and that was the reason to get him. Somebody that put Clyde to his best. Why not get that person on that squad?
Yeah, because I heard Clyde say at one time he used to have nightmares thinking about Earl the Pearl.
Yeah. So, you know, to get him on that squad alongside Clyde, you know, that was a squad.
That was the
You
squad?
know, that was a squad. But then, you know, Knicks always had good players, you know, and they never had that right combination to get that next championship.
Right.
But they should have won that championship, when they played against Houston.
Oh, you talking about when Pat Eve?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of Pat, are you disappointed, man, when you look back at his legacy? Do you think he gave it his all? When we speak of New York,
up until the end, when he got hurt, he didn't come back the same. He didn't go to the rim. He developed that fadeaway jumper, you know. So, you know.
So are you saying when Pat E developed the fadeaway jumper, that's when his game was declining?
Yeah, I think his game declined because if you remember, he didn't power in like he used to, you know. Because if you remember when Shaq came, he was the first one to destroy Shaq, you know.
I know people who differ and say that Shaq destroyed him.
After he got hurt. Didn't do it before he got hurt. Shaq learned the lesson from him. You know, but he developed that fadeaway, and that's what hurt his career at the end.
Okay.
He never was the same after he had that knee injury.
Right.
Never was the same. You know.
All right.
They should have won. They should have won that championship with Houston.
With Houston.
Yeah.
Even though you had,
I fought Pat Riley for that.
Talk to me.
Because Pat Riley gave an order for John Starks to just shoot the ball.
Oh, when he went for like 3
for
for 18, something like that.
Yeah, because remember, Olajuwon had 5 fouls, and all he had to do was tack the rim. Get Olajuwon out the game. That game was his. 5 fouls with over 5 minutes left in the game. They should have attacked the rim, and they should have won that game because their defense was so tight that it took a long time for for Houston to score. They kept Houston locked down.
Right.
So they should have won that.
Right.
You know?
And when we speak of John Starks, I mean, what come to mind?
He's always going to be a Knick legend, you know. Or that whole squad, John Starks, right? Oakley.
Yeah, Anthony Mason.
Man, you know, like I said, you know, that squad owed thanks to the X-Men because the X-Men gave them heart. Because the X-Men, came in that league, headbutting people and stuff, and
Yeah, he was a terror, man.
yeah,
And he had Scottie Pippen's heart, man.
exactly. That's the same thing. The whole squad, even after X-Men left, you know, And the only reason why Scotty ended up getting that hard because Michael Jordan threatened him.
Yeah,
in
I
the
heard he
middle of the
slapped
game.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, y'all should have just kept on going that Scotty, and took his heart, man. 'Cause y'all let him come in there.
Yeah.
You know, let him come in there.
Yeah.
You know, because John Starks took all their heart when he dunked on him.
Now, would you say he dunked on Jordan to this day? No one really want to give him full credit. I mean,
I got the poster in my house. He dunked on Jordan. In my opinion, he dunked on Jordan.
yeah.
You know,
Now,
you
with
you
the
jump
left.
up to block the shot, you get dunked on.
Simple as that.
You know,
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna move right up a little. Carmelo Anthony. When Carmelo Anthony came to the Knicks haven't reached the postseason in quite a while. He was the first person to bring it back
yeah,
as far as playoffs concerned.
like I said, you know, I like that too. And that squad that they went to the playoffs with, because remember, they won their first 13 games. That year that they went to the playoffs.
Right.
They won their first 13 games, you know, and they didn't do enough to keep that squad intact and just add on to that squad. They got rid of the whole squad.
Yeah, 'cause I believe at that time you had Felton, you
Yeah.
had Melo, you had I even
Shumpert.
J.R. Smith.
They had two good defenders, you know, that play off their offense play off of their defense, you know. So they should have built that team up. But then, you know, Carmelo Anthony, his fault, because he wanted a max deal, but he talked about wanting to be with that team to help them get into a championship. You know, why didn't he take a one-on-one? You know what I'm saying? Take a one-on-one. You could have got a max one-on-one, right? And, you know, let them take that money and get players.
Right.
You know? So they could have did that because they had an opportunity to get Durant. At that time, they had an opportunity to get Durant.
Really?
Because Durant, remember Durant, his option always was coming to New York. Option always was coming to New York, but they didn't.
Now,
they
when
didn't
you say
pursue
New
it.
York, this is before the Nets was even in New York.
Right. He could have, he had the opportunity, he wanted to come. They had the opportunity to get him. They didn't pursue it, you know? And
Okay, I found that interesting, being that Durant is now saying that the Knicks is not a cool team to play for.
he's saying that now, and I'm not mad at him about that because the owner put those ground rules down where, you know, you're not going to get those quality players. You know, this season he had the opportunity. Nolan had the opportunity to go and get Durant, take a chance on Durant. You took a chance on Stoudemire, and everybody, all the reports kept telling you not to go after Stoudemire, but you went after Stoudemire. Why didn't you take a chance of going after Durant? Because getting with Durant, you would have kept DeAndre Jordan, and you would have picked up Irving.
Okay.
You know.
Now, being that you mentioned Durant, you think he went to the Brooklyn Nets because he was scared of the New York Knicks pressure as far as the media?
Nah, I think he went to it out of spite, you know, to stay here in New York.
What you mean, out of spite?
I think he did it out of spite because he gave the Knicks every opportunity to get him. And then, you know, the Nets went after him and went to the Nets. It wasn't about him persuading them because the Knicks could have got him. All the Knicks had to do was say, okay, we want you, sign the papers. They got him, you know? So he wanted to come here to New York. He here in New York, and he went to Brooklyn. And if he come back this season and he come back healthy, you know, He gonna be one of those players that come there and come to the Garden and show him up. But nevertheless, I'm gonna always be a Knicks fan.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And when we speak about Chris Porzingis,
Huh?
how do you feel about KP? Is he a snake in your eyes? Because after Melo left, it's like he started swifting, talking about he wanted to be the #1 option. He was so humble in my eyes when Melo was playing beside him. Once Melo left, he was the head Camacho as far as in his head.
Yeah, but
Do you feel the same way about him?
no, because I ain't think same thing with him. He didn't try to develop beyond what he was, you know. Because look at him playing now in Dallas. He's still that same player, that same quality player that was playing in New York. Because when Dallas point guard went down, right? He had the opportunity to step up and shine, and he didn't. So he was still that same quality player. You know, I always thought he should have went away to somebody camp, you know, got beefed up, went away to Olajuwon's camp or somebody like that and developed, you know, his game better.
Okay.
So,
and I'm gonna bring up R.J. Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. What you like out of these two players, man?
I don't know. I liked the Barrett coming out of college, but what I seen, you know, he ain't impressed me.
Why you say that?
Because you know, the way he played in college, you know, how he stepped up, you know, to help get them to that championship when their big man went down.
Okay, Zion?
Yeah, when Zion went down,
Right.
you know, he stepped up and if he didn't step up, be the quality player that he was, he wouldn't have never made it to the championship without him. Because when Zion went down, everybody was thinking that was it. They wasn't going to go to the playoffs. But he stepped up and did his thing.
But is it safe to say that this is the NBA?
That's what I'm saying. You know, like everybody not prepared to be in the NBA. Everybody not built to be in here. You know.
You don't think RJ's built?
I don't know, because I really don't have an opinion yet. I'm still waiting to see, but you know, because you know, remember Ralph Sampson? Oh man, Ralph Sampson coming out of college was supposed to be the man. Wasn't ready for the NBA. Short-lived career. Same thing with Walter Berry.
Right.
Another player coming out of college, man was supposed to be the man, you know?
Yeah.
So, but they not prepared, you know? They might be prepared physically, but they don't come prepared mentally for what the NBA offer, man. You coming here, man, you playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
And they can't take it.
Yeah. Mitchell Robinson?
Huh?
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. I like Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, yeah. His first and second year. First year he came out, a few minutes they played him, he was all right. He was all right. You saw what he could bring. Second year, he got better.
So you see improvement in Mitchell Robinson game?
Yeah, big improvement. Even in his scoring, because he's not a scorer, but he's a finisher. He come up there, man, grab him offensive rebounds, and I like him. Great shot blocker.
Okay.
That's his game. You could see he thrived to block somebody's shot. How many players you know that could go out on a three-point shot and block it? And he's one of them.
Yeah. And Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina.
Kevin Knox is a disappointment. I thought he was going to get better, but I don't see no improvement in him in his time here. I don't see no improvement in him.
No?
Nah. The Knicks should have picked up. I can't remember that kid's name. But it's another kid that they was going to get but he had back problems, and they
Talking about Dennis Smith Jr.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's on the Knicks.
Huh?
We got him. We just didn't get him at the time. But you were supposed to get him, but we got him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wish God I ain't keep up with that.
Yeah. But we have him, and you know, he's been going through.
No, not Dennis Smith Jr. No, not Smith Jr. No, not him. This other kid. Dang, I think he played.
Mitchell?
Played for his name. He come to me. I think he played for Dallas. I forgot who this kid played for. But yeah, he didn't play when he came into the league because he had back problems, and the Knicks didn't want to take a chance on him, and that kid is real good.
You're not talking about Booker, right?
No, not Booker. I wish they would have had Booker. Wish they would have.
And Frank Ntilikina, man.
Yeah. Frank, I like Frank.
You like his defense?
I like Frank.
But for a point guard who only averages, what, 5 to 7 points per game?
I think they should put him at a 2 guard. I think they should. You know, he's big enough to play a 2 guard. Put him at a 2 guard.
You think he'll strive more at the 2?
Yeah, I think he strive more at 2. Put him at a 2 guard, you know, and give him the opportunity to shoot, because when he get that opportunity to shoot, he can shoot. And then he's not a regular rookie coming into the league, because he played professional over in France.
Right.
So, you know.
Do you find it quite interesting that his best games is out in France?
Yeah. But I look at it like this, you know, 2 different leagues. One, and then on top of it, you know, he's not their first choice coming in. You know, he's coming off the bench, so his time is limited, his minutes are limited. You know, and when he got that opportunity, look at some of the last few games this past season, right? He had some good games when he started. Had some real good games. He could block shots. You know, he got a good defense. So, you know, it's just his offense, and he got a chance to shine on his offense.
Okay. And Julius Randle, with the chemistry with R.J. Barrett, we're going to close out here. Do you think Julius Randle is he turned over the game. Some say he's a power forward trying to act like a point guard, and he should pass the rock. Do you think he stagnated R.J. Barrett rookie season? R.J. Barrett didn't make the rookie team. He did get rookie.
Barrett made the rookie team. I don't think he made the rookie team because, like I said, his game just didn't develop. You know, I don't think he made the rookie team on his own for, not because of anybody else.
All right. So you pleased with how the way Julius Randle was playing for the most part, minus the little turnovers, but you want him back.
I like his aggressiveness, but let the point guards do their job, get up the floor, and get position. So that you bringing the ball down, you know, and then you heaving up shots, you know, and trying to heave up 3-pointers. How you doing? You know, they trying to heave up 3-pointers. Who's down there to grab the bounds? You know, get them offensive rebounds. You know, yeah, but you know, Knicks need to do more this off season.
But for the most part, you're a Knicks fan.
Always will be.
All right, man. And with that being said, we got the OG breaking down his analysis when we speak of New York Knicks basketball. Peace out.